So for this word problem, we're asked to find the total cost of grocery items. It goes Kim bought $31.20 worth of groceries. If the sales tax is 5%, what's the total cost? So, when Kim walks up to the cashier, is she going to pay more or less than $31.20? If you guess more, that's correct because there's a little tax involved. Okay, so this is a two-step problem where first we need to find how much tax Kim needs to pay, and then we'll add that tax to the cost here to get the total cost of the groceries. Okay, so let's break this problem down into two steps. Step one, we need to find the amount of tax for the grocery items. So amount of tax is equal to cost before tax and multiply that by the percent tax in decimal. Okay, so that will tell us the amount of tax. After that, we need to add the tax to the price of her groceries. So we're going to say that the total cost would then equal cost before tax plus the amount of tax. Okay. Let's let that sink in before we move on here. Okay, so we are going to find the amount of tax that Kim needs to pay for the groceries, and then we'll add it to the cost of her groceries to get the total cost. Okay, so let's fill in these variables here. The cost before tax is $31.20. Multiply that by the percent tax in decimal. So here's the tax percent is 5. So 5% in decimal. We are going to need to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So we end up with $31.20 times 0.05, and this gives us the amount of, well, let's see here, 3120 times 0.05 multiply 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10. Carry over the 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so there are 2 digits after the decimal there, 2 digits after the decimal there, so altogether 4 digits after the decimal. So in our answer, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits after the decimal. The tax that Kim needs to pay for her groceries is $1.56. Okay, we're halfway done. So to get the total cost of the groceries, we're going to add the cost before tax, which is $31.20, plus the amount of tax, which is $1.56. Okay, add these two guys up. So you have 31.20 plus 156. Okay, 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2, and bring down the 3. So final answer, when Kim walks up to the cashier, she needs to cough up $32.76 to keep the security guard off her tail. All right, there you go. Okay, so this might be the last. No, we've got some more word problems, but I want to touch a little bit on interest rates. Okay, whether you want to borrow money from the bank or you want to put money in the bank and then find out how much interest you'll be collecting at the end of like the year or whatnot. It's good to know how to calculate the interest rate of things. Okay, so what's the formula to calculate interest rates? Okay. So simply put, let's give it to you right here. I equals PRT. Okay? Each of these variables represent a little something here. So P, okay, is the principal amount. This is the money that you put in, okay? That you put in to the bank or loan out or whatnot, okay? Rate is represented by R, okay? So R is the annual rate. Annual means yearly. So how much interest would you collect per year, or would you be charged per year? Okay, and this will be expressed in decimal. Okay, last is T. T is the amount of time. Okay, so T is the time in years. There you go. Okay, so with this formula, we'll be able to calculate quite a few things. Please make sure to write this down and know what each of those letters represents.